right, good morning, guys. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I'm not computerized on my vocals. Let me stop this real quick. Testing 1, 2. It's a little bit. Let me see if I can fix that. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. We'll roll with that. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Let me adjust one thing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2. That should do it. Well, good morning, everyone. I guess it's just me so far in our group. This is a private, just a bonus, fun check-in time for our group. I want to encourage you guys and tell you a couple of updates. First thing is we welcome 2 more people from yesterday. Oh, there's my phone. Hold on a second. We're welcoming 2 more people. Cesar and Ken joined yesterday, which is a huge blessing. People keep coming to our group, and it's a really nice group. Like, everyone who's coming into our group is reaching out to me, and we're talking about music and what their goals are. And we have a huge range of really amazing people from all parts of the world, which I absolutely love. So thank you guys for signing up. And a couple of very important updates. One is that you'll see in the email that I sent out, we have an updated scale sheet. So grab that. I put a link to it. And I will send out an email to everybody and probably do a live session this morning to everybody on the email list. I'm talking about not our member group, but just everybody. It's like 2,000 people or something like that. But for you guys, I want you to grab that scale sheet. It has the corrected version. There were a couple of little things that we changed. So Kyle, thank you for your hard work there. And Vicky has made us 2 backing tracks, C and D flat, and I'm going to get those uploaded today to iMusicAcademy. So to get the backing track that you're listening to now, you'll be able to get that compliments of Vicky. So make sure you like that video when I put it up, and encourage her in the chat. Okay, a couple other things. We have 2 licks coming this week that are very, very simple, but they're very good because we're getting the major third. It's very, very simple. You're doing a triplet, da 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 boom, and you're going to actually be able to do that on F as well when we go through the progression. And let's just talk about what's happening there, and then I'll practice with that, and we'll do a quick review of the lessons we've already done, because we have about 10 new people since this week, since the course started. So I'm going to do a quick review to encourage everybody to go back and start over with where we started, and I'll do some improv this morning on the licks that we've already done. But the licks we're doing this next week on week 3 is number, in your sheet music that you guys have, it's number 5 and number 6. And so think of a C triad, and you're going to go to the flat third of the C scale. So 1, 2, 3, and there you go. You have E flat to E and G, and all you use is fingers 2, 3, and 5. Okay, so it's a triplet rhythm, so it's 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and we're going to resolve on C on this one because I want that triad shape to be a part of your vocabulary. Let me go ahead and play along with that just so you get the feel. And if anybody's waking up early on a Saturday and you just want to come hang out, you can do that. That track might be a little loud, but you guys can let me know. Here we go. Again. Because we're going to F now, I'm going to do the same thing on F, the flat third of an F scale, and there's the triad, and back to C. G, same thing. And I went back G to F just because the chord changed. Let me do it again. Boom, boom. F, here we go. And notice my hand is over that shape, right? I have this triad shape, and my second finger is already over that note, ready to go. Same thing on a G triad. Again. A little space. The same thing on an A flat. Thing back to C. Now listen what I do on G. Here we go. Boom boom. Now I'm going to put it with the C6 lick. Listen to this. I'll do it on F. Here we go. G. Again. G. Sixth lick. I did the third again. All right, let me stop because that's a... Whoever comes in first, tell me if the backing track is too loud. It is loud at my ears, but I'm just trying to boost the volume of the overall streams, and I'm still going to try to meet and hire somebody to help me with my sound, but we'll get there. All right, let me go over some really cool tips here. So we've been doing blues scale and lots of different licks. The very first lick that we do, that C7 lick, does have the major third. You do minor third to major third, right? So you do have the third, but a lot of the licks, and of course the scale, have an E flat in it. So you have this tension of... So lots of minor third. Well, what this lick brings in is the major third, which is nice. And after you learn this and you go through the pattern, then you can start doing things like I just did. I went like and so you could just break it up and do really simple, but you're starting to hear that how that third can sound. Like I could do the C6 lick, but listen to this. Let me do it slowly. I just did flat third to major third. And right there, it's such a nice sound of just going D, E. So I'm even doing this. 1, 2, 3. So even when I go to F, that's going to sound nice. Listen. Or the triplet. G, from a visual standpoint, I get to the triad, boom, 1, 3, 5, and then my second finger is already set up to play that minor third. So as you practice this week, this example this week, get into that triad shape, and your second finger is ready to go. Isn't that nice? Okay, so that's one lick that you're going to learn this week. And again, this is a preview, right? This is not even us starting. But on Monday morning, you'll get this lick in 3 keys. You'll get this in C, and you'll get it in D flat, and you'll get it in D, and then you'll get the other lick. Let's talk about the other lick. I've actually already done the lick in these short videos that are on my channel. I played it in all keys. It's a generic lick. This one is a generic lick, but I did it on purpose. I put this lick in the course to show you this idea of the chromatic use of, so here's your C triad, and all you do is you add the flat third, so the minor third to the major third, and then we put this chromatic F to F sharp to G. So once you get to C, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 for this key. You do C, E flat, E, F sharp, G, and it's just really simple. Because we're introducing that third, and you can play it fast or slow, but I think the sheet music actually starts on the downbeat, just on the E flat, and then you repeat it with the C. And on F, and on G, and the fingering is all the same on these 3 keys. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just wear that out for days. Wear that out means practice it a lot, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice that I'm still, when I get done with this idea, I'm over the F triad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can play this really simple, right? And watch what my thumb does. Thumb, and then I cross under, but I'm still keeping my hand in the shape. Okay? Alright, so let me turn on the track and mess with just those 2 ideas. And this is a preview of what's coming this week. And then what I'm going to do is I'll do a recap of all the licks we've done, just improv. And then I'll go live in a little while for everybody. So here we go. I'll do the same thing on G. Now I'm going to do the first one we did, which was the triplet lick. Think C triad. So on that one I decided, instead of just doing the triplet over and over, da 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 da, I just decided to simplify it. Listen, instead of this, I did a much more simple thing. So I'm visualizing the C triad. Here we go. Up the 6th note. Isn't that a nice sound? That's the C6 lick, right? Now that time I did the F6 lick. So we actually went up to F and did this lick, but I did it on F and it sounded great. It worked. So here we go. Went up to the flat 7. It's nice to have that major third sound on our chords, just like we did this in another video. Okay, let me now just mix it up. Blue scale coming down, right? That's all it is. Remember that this is our shape 2, right? Here we go. Listen. Here we go. Triplet lick, here we go. Triplet lick over the G. Scale coming down. Let's do a couple of other licks. Oscar Peterson, good morning. Somebody's watching. How about the A lick, or A blues scale? Remember, repetition is your friend. Here we go. Let's do the second lick for this week. Getting that major third in. We're going to do the same thing on F triad. Hey Patty, good morning. I just double timed it. And all I'm thinking about is 3 triads, right? Isn't that nice? We can go, so here's our triad. Minor third to major third. Triad with the minor third to major third. Yeah, cool. It's also nice to have that major third sound, right? Yeah, let me stop this for a second. So when you hear the, like Cruella de Vil, right? Right? So that comes right out of that minor third. Actually, it might go. I think it's actually starts maybe Cruella de Vil, something like that. But listen to that minor third to major third sound, and it comes right out of our triplet lick for this week, and you do it on F and G. But I'm visualizing the triad on F and then on C, but I can simplify it. What I did earlier is I did my my fingering, I'm still hovering over the C triad. I do minor third to major third, G, and then if I go up to here to A, it kind of sets me up for the other lick, the A lick from last week. And a note for everybody, including all of our new people, is you have the new member playlist, and the new member playlist meaning the updated playlist for everybody. Make sure you save the new one because it has everything in it from week 1 to now, and it will have this video as well in there. But everybody needs to do a little bit of review. Remember what we've already done, because we're mixing and matching and you're building a vocabulary, right? So let me turn back on the track, and I'm going to mess around with the idea of doing do-do-da, do-do-da, and then I'll connect the C6 lick. Okay. And make sure you guys download the updated scale sheet, which actually, Patty, you help me with that, or help us figure out a couple things. Here we go. Triplet, here we go. What am I doing right there? So right there, I'm just experimenting with notes and listening to the sound, right? What makes these songs or these notes sound good, and experimenting and doing like ear training on the fly. Let me do it again. So right now, what I was just doing that, I played the blues scale, and then I was on this tritone, right, which is such a neat, unique sound, right? And I did da 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 da, and instead of da 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 da, I did da 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 da. I just wanted to hear the flat 6, da 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 da, and then I went da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da da. You can experiment and use your ear and come up with lots of creative things that comes out of your mind, and that's just by experimenting and having fun with it. Okay, here we go. Triplet idea, 2 and 3 and 4. Very simple, and sing along. Do do da, do do da. Now thinking F chord. Do do da, do do da, do do da, do da, do do da, do da. Let's do that. So I did flat 7. Let's do that. So you can go major third or minor third now, right? Alright, now we're about to open up some crazy awesome doors. I've been looking forward to getting to the major third idea with you guys, and this is going to really be a game changer. So what did I do just there? I was thinking C major scale, right? And I did the flat 7, which is part of our blues scale, right? And a side note before we go, before I finish this other idea, is that your blues scale, I love the fact that we can play it going up or down, and I love the sound of coming down the blues scale. And when you get to this F sharp, make sure your fourth finger is on F sharp. Why? Because that sets you up for the shape 1. When I say shape 1, I mean putting all 5 fingers on, hovering over the notes. So listen to what I just did. You can use 3, 2, 1 fingers or 4, 3, 1, either one. And then you get that fourth finger on the F sharp, and then there you are. Okay, now here we go. I did this. Da 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 da. And I could go E flat, which is that bluesy sound with the minor third. Dee da 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 boom. Or I could go dee da 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 boom. Dee da 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 boom. And then when I go to F, I can use the flat 7 of an F scale. Dee da 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 boom, right? And back to C7. Dee da 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 boom. What if I did it on G? The flat 7 of G scale is F. See what I did there? Da 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 dum. Da 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 boom. Dee da 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 boom. Let's experiment that in real time. Experiment with that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'll do the major third. Here's the new lick for next week. I'm starting on the minor third. The flat 7 of an F scale. Now here is the flat 7 of a G scale. Listen. What did I do there? It's this idea, but I started major third, chromatic up, and now let me do it again. That would work as well. I like that sound. So minor third to major third to minor third. And this is one of your licks for this next week. And then the other lick is this, the triplet. Hover over the triad. Here's the lick we just made up. Oscar Peterson lick. Or I could do minor third. That sounds good too. A blues scale, C blues scale, Alright, this is the last one I'll do for right now, and then I'll go live. I'm going to go live to everybody in a little while. But this idea of the Cruella de Vil, look at my fingering. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And just for fun, that's the first 4 notes of the E blues scale. So now that we have the major third happening, this is where it gets fun. There's so many, well, it's always fun, but check this out. Now that we have the major third sound, we can play E, G, A, and B flat. Well, how does that relate to our C chord? Well, it's perfect because it sets us up for third, fifth, sixth note, and flat 7. And of course the flat third to major third, right? All those notes work. And if I just wanted to mess around with the Cruella de Vil lick, that's a great thing to do. The finger's going to be the same. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Here we go. Let's just mess around with Cruella. Kind of changing it up. Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. And 3 and da do do da 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 do do da da do da 2 and 3 da 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 do da da da. Blues scale. Actually, I went chromatic. Sounds better there. Shape 2. If anyone wants to know what I'm doing in the left hand, all I'm doing is very simple voicings right now. So all I'm doing is, for C chord, I'm using the third note of a C in the flat 7. And just kind of every once in a while hitting rhythms like that. And that's like 1 and 2, and then watch for F. The flat 7, third of an F chord, back to the third flat 7. Just a fun fact is those are called guide tones. And what in the world are guide tones? Guide tones are the third note of a chord and the 7th note. In this case, it's a flat 7. So for C major, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's your third note, E. Your flat 7 is B flat, 3 flat 7. A flat 3 and a flat 7, when it goes to the F chord, it just flip-flops. It goes 3 flat 7 to now you go flat 7 3 of an F scale. So I have to know my F scale. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, normally an E, F, but you're doing E flat. So that's how you get that neat sound. Now, the reason I'm playing these chords whenever I do play a chord is because in our solo blues thing, we're doing the left hand C, G to C, A, which I still want you guys to practice, but because you hear the bass nice and low and he's going doom, doo, doom, doo, doom, doo, doo. It's kind of, the word I would use is muddy, so it's a lot of music going on. If I play really low down here, it's going to feel a little muddy. I'll demonstrate just to show you what I mean, how you would want to play up here instead of playing low. Listen to that. I'll start it from the beginning and I'll play low. Here we go. 3, 4. See how it clashes, right? The bass is all down here and they're going dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so they're kind of improvising. So I would be in his way, the bass player's way, or her way, if I'm doing that. So what I'm going to do is play these simple guide tones up top for this. Just E and B flat. And maybe you want to spend time just learning about that. 2, 3, and 4. See how much cleaner, nicer that sounds? It's just 2 notes. For F, use E flat and A. For C, you're using E and B flat. Now watch for G, I just go up by a half step. For E flat, I go back to the E flat and A. And then I'm at E and B flat. Now I'm going to go to F and B, which are your flat 7 and 3 of a G scale. Now, if you're just joining the course, or you're more on the beginner side, here's where I want to encourage you is that this may seem like I'm going at a really fast pace, but let me explain this. As you sit and you listen and you soak up this knowledge, it's all about repetition, right? Whenever I'm playing these ideas, awesome, Patty, I'm glad, yeah, you liking the guide tones. All of this will continue to get easier even just by listening, because what I'm doing this morning is I've just introduced some things that we're doing this next week, and then I'm doing some review things. The only thing that I added new today that we haven't already covered in detail in our previous videos are I added, of course, the 2 licks for this next week will be the chromatic lick that I just explained earlier, and the other thing is the minor third to major third triplet, okay? Other than that, the only things that I just kind of threw in there is that, okay, now that we have the major third sound of the blues, you can go flat 7. I added this idea. And what that does is flat 7 of a C scale, 6, 5, 4, and then I did major third. So we messed around with that idea, which I will continue to repeat as we go forward, as we're coming up with new ideas. And then the other thing is I said, well, you could take this Cruella de Vil theme that you hear often and you do, and all I did is, okay, C scale, flat third, major third, 2, 3, 4. And then I said, well, this actually unlocks the first 4 notes of the E blues scale now that we have this major third. So even for my absolute beginners, by knowing one shape of knowing your C scale, and you put shape 1 is the first 5 notes of any scale, and you put your fingers over it. And I said, okay, you can play this lick Right, the first first four notes are gonna work great. Well, you can also go down to the relative minor scale. That means the sixth note away of a C scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so A, or you can go down 3 half steps, same note. Play the first 4 notes of the A blues scale, and now I say you can actually play the first 4 notes of the E blues scale. So listen to that, and I'll throw in on that E scale, I'll throw in that Cruella de Vil kind of sound with the minor third. Listen. So 3 shapes. Here's one. First 4 notes of the C blues scale, my hands are already over the shape. Now listen to the A blues scale. And notice that the C blues scale works over all of the chords. And pretty much the F too, listen. Even though I'm on a C chord, that A blues scale works. Watch what happens when I go to F. Or I could just start at the top, listen. And come down. Even on the G, listen. Alright, now let's see how the E scale will sound over that. I like adding that E flat. Here we go, 2 and 3, 4. 2 and 3. And all I'm doing there is just transposing. I'm either starting off on the C, the minor third. Starting off on the Cruella de Vil on A flat to A. B flat for the G chord, major third. Alright, here we go. Just mix and match. Practicing the scale. You can come down. Now, let me just explain what I was just now doing. So as I'm practicing, I'm thinking about different ways that I want to practice. Like normally I would play an idea and leave space, and I've been teaching you guys to do that. But as I said, I'm practicing scales and just making sure I can flow on my scales. In my mind, I was just thinking about a couple of different things. I was thinking dee da 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 da. In other words, sometimes I don't want to break the chain, the flow, because I'm practicing technique while I'm listening and playing. So sometimes, just like we do automatic pilot, sometimes we're building up technique. So if you hear me doing this, it doesn't mean I will play like that if I was actually on a gig and soloing. I'm just practicing the blues scale just then and the pentatonic, the minor pentatonic, because I did a I did a video yesterday, a live, that's where I said, okay, we have the blues scale, but let's also learn the pentatonic, and you leave out the F sharp. And I broke it up into 4-note groups. This group, and then I said you can move it up here, and you can move it up here, and you can move it up here, and then you have one more. So 5 different 4-note shapes for the pentatonic scale. And what I was just doing there was breaking it up into 3-note groups, pentatonic scale. So as I practice, I'm thinking about different ways I want to practice in real time, right? Sometimes I say, all right, I'm going to do just both hands because I want to work the fingers. Sometimes I say, I'm going to just play right hand only. Sometimes I say, I'm going to play a measure and then leave out a measure. Listen. Here we go. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 3 and 4. 1, 2. How about triplets? 1 and 2 and rest. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. How about eighth notes and then 1 and 2 and 3 and then 4 and rest. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 or 2 triplets. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Or I'll do triplets. Da 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 da. Here we go. 1 and then 2 and then 2 after rest. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and then 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and maybe all triplets. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. All right, I hope you guys get the idea of that. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off of this, and I'm going to go live at, let's see what time it is now. Maybe 9 o'clock in the morning. Go live to our entire iMusicAcademy group. I'll tell you what I might do is, I think I'm going to I'll leave this stream up, and I'm going to go get some water, and I'll probably just come back and maybe even practice. But since this is private, nobody cares anyway. But I'll practice some of these ideas and just get my mind around how I want to do the live session. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. And you can go do whatever you need to do. But I'm going to leave the stream up for a little while and leave it live. I'm going to go get some water and I'll be back. I'll put on the track for you guys to jam with. I'll see you guys live at 9 a.m. everywhere.